Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. Today we're going to set up, play and review video for the game Sprawlopolis. This is one of the most famous of the button shy games. It was one of the first, I think, that came out. Also the first I played. I first played this over 5 years ago. In fact, over 6 years ago in around May 2018. So this is a game, an 18 card game, as all Sprawlopolis, or sorry, all of the games in the button shy series are. However, you will notice I will be doing more videos to Sprawlopolis in other videos. Check out my expansion playlist. Also, obviously, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. So, in this particular game, we're looking to get the most points. To get the most points, we're going to try to complete 3 objectives, and then we're going to be comparing our scores. So what I'll be doing now is shuffling this up, and then bringing out 3 cards. Those are going to be our scoring cards. Now, I happen to play with, interestingly, 2 of these from the last time I played. So I'll do it in numerical order so I don't aggravate anybody. So in this case, master plan. Subtract the total number of blocks in your largest industrial group, you can see that being beige, from the number of blocks in your largest residential group. As you can see, that being here. Sorry, wrong way around. Grey, of course, is industrial and residential being beige, which makes sense. Score that many points, of course, beige because terracotta, etc. And, of course, smoke and soot, etc. So central perks. So you get 1 point for every block in the centre, the interior of your city. -2, of course, parks being green, at the edge of your city. And lastly, we have this strip. Commercial blocks of any one row or column of your choice. You may only score for 1 row or column, and it gets 6 points. So again, you're only picking 1 column. So now, got the rest of these cards, you're going to draw 3 cards. You are now looking at these. These are known as blocks, and as you can see, there's various things on them. There's all the 4 things that are in the game. We've already talked about them here. So we have got industrial, we have got residential, we happen to have park, and we happen to have commercial over here. If you were watching this as a short, make sure you head over to watch the full video. Of course, over on YouTube, you might be watching this elsewhere, but this is the best place to talk about relating to comments, errata, etc. So please do head over there. This, of course, is a playmat. Check out my accessories playlist as well. So I can pick one of these cards. I'm going to start laying out my city. Once I have played one of my cards, I will be adding an extra card back. Now, I say my cards, this is a 1 to 4 player game, and to be honest, this is one of the best, I would say, solo plus games from the publisher Button Shy, whereby I do enjoy it, perhaps with more players. I do enjoy playing it quickly solo. It's very good solo. However, I am very glad to say that it is definitely not a solo-only game. It definitely states that. There are some solo-only games, such as my video for The Last Lighthouse. Check out my video for that. But let's talk about this. What are we going to do? So we're trying to get this in the interior. That might be fine. We're trying to do this. So this point doesn't make a huge difference. It's very difficult maybe to start off with. But let's say we start off with this card. We're drawing up 3 cards. I'll tell you how it works to more players in a second. But let me just show you this quick playthrough, or partial playthrough. So we want a lot of these beige together. We don't want these together. So that seems like a good idea, because the minute we're doing this. Now, you might have noticed we've got rows. You want fewer rows as possible. So maybe I need to start thinking about this and maybe doing it differently. Maybe I want to do something like that, which is actually suddenly looking really good, because 1 road now, and we have parks in the centre. Obviously, I want to try and make sure I keep this in the centre. And now we've got this one over here. So suddenly we don't really want, well, we can keep the road going on, but maybe we want to, we can't do it like that, by the way. You can overlap cards. This is the good thing about Sprawlopolis compared to some of the other games of Button Shy, such as The Walking Dead Surrounded. It can sprawl quite a bit. I mean, that looks pretty good too. And then we're going to play, and of course I would have an extra card. Typically I find the cards I'm playing with are fine. Suddenly, as you can see, with what I'm playing with, this is difficult. You do not want to have dead ends necessarily. But I could choose to overlap a card. The downside is I'm giving up some points potentially. But yeah, I could do this and bring it down. I could choose to play, so I'll play 1 more card and then I'll tell you a bit more about how the rest of the scoring works. Okay, so we're definitely not going to have a perfect game here. I have seen someone make an incredible score. Trying to bring this into the center isn't going to work, as you can see. It could be orientated this way, but it's going to be outside, so it's going to lose me points, but there's lots more still to play with. What else? Loads of blue, so maybe you start off a new track, which isn't ideal because of where it is. Maybe I'll bring it down a bit, so maybe place green in the center. Got some more beige going over here. Yeah, I think we'll stick with this. It's another largish area. So let's talk about scoring. So we have these 3 scoring cards at the top. You will be scoring all of those 3 at the end of the game. However, you want to ideally have more points scored from these 3 cards than the total points from your largest area. So the minute you score, let's say 5, 5 and 5, whatever, 15 points, minus your largest area, which is 2, your largest area for this one, which is 1 at the minute, 3 for here, and of course 1 for the other one I hadn't mentioned. Then you're also going to deduct points for your road as well, and that is going to be your final score, and if again that's a positive value, you have won. Now in terms of difficulty, an easier game is you do not lose points for roads, and a harder point you only score for the largest block group of one zone type as well. So, like I said, for solo play is identical to the cooperative game. So this is going to the cooperative playlist, the AmassGames playlist, had a setup, play and review playlist. I think there's a micro game playlist as well as a family weight playlist. So again, it is identical, except you're going to have 1 hand of 3 cards to work with each turn, as you've seen. But what you normally do is you're going to play with one of your 3 cards, pass on to play, let's say this one, place on 2 cards to your player, obviously your partner on the left. I don't know what that's. Oh, I saw this before. It's so effective. It looks like it's just smoke, but it looks like it's scratched. And a piece of tissue paper. And then they're drawing a 3rd card as well. So in terms of scoring, let's talk about that again. In addition to your base score, you also score points for each of the 3 cards you place off to the side. So again, that's how it's going to work. But in terms of these 15 cards that you're going to be playing out, of course 3 have been used up here. Your team scores 1 point per block in the largest. I did mention minus, apologies for that. And a group is a cluster of matching blocks. And your largest group has scored. If 2 or more groups at the same time are tied, again, you're just going to choose which one to score. So that's it. You're just trying to get your best score possible. Now, I'm going to pause this now, but I will be finishing this off as a full playthrough. I'll see how I get on. Hopefully I can get everything still in shot. My playthrough scores are definitely bad because, again, I am distracted, but hopefully like it. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing you in the next one. For now, enjoy the game. Back to the table.